Good morning and welcome to the wonderful world of Des Moines. Now just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Tonight I thought we'd answer a couple of fun questions and then a serious question. I'm not sure the first one's really that much fun. It's just someone asked me this question quite a while ago and they asked me again and I keep forgetting to answer it. They asked me what my skincare routine is, and well, this is going to be short because I really don't have much of a skincare routine. This is what I use as a moisturizer. Fortunately, God granted me with a pretty much blemish-free complexion, but also a very, very dry skin. So I heard an older lady who didn't have any wrinkles talking about this one day when I was getting my hair cut. So I went out and bought some, and I really like it. You can buy it at Target. I don't know. The bottle, I think, this was between $8 and $12, and it lasts quite a while. It's 6 ounces. For makeup, I use this as concealer, and mainly because my daughter picked this out for me. Stephanie's a lot more into makeup than I am, and so she helped me find some products that she really liked. And then this Bare Minerals face powder, and I really like both of those. It's very quick, and that's what I like. For mascara, I really haven't found a mascara that I'm in love with. I need to have waterproof because I do blink my eyes a lot. My eyes water. I have a lot of allergies. However, I have not found a waterproof mascara yet that doesn't end up smudged beneath my eyes, and I have tried quite a few, from expensive to inexpensive. And that's pretty much it.
Put in the comments how bored I was with that part.
I didn't say I was ever bored. I just don't have any input on bourbon, so. So we got a question. What are our favorite movies? And I think this is a fun question, so I wanted to answer it. Funny enough, we both, when we thought of our favorite movies, we both thought of Christmas movies. And those are definitely the movies that I could watch over and over and do every year. I tend to start watching Christmas movies the first part of November. And we both said Christmas Vacation was one of our favorites.
Absolute classic. Doesn't even have to be a Christmas movie. Just the family or the dysfunctional family interaction is just good comedy.
Yeah, that's just a fun movie. Also, well, I like a lot of Christmas movies.
Another one, well, I brought it up. It's another Chevy Chase movie. It's Funny Farm.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
And that one, that's kind of obscure. If you haven't seen it, you definitely want to go out and watch that. I'm not sure if that comes up on Netflix and everything every year.
Yeah, it's kind of like loosely based a Christmas movie. The last part of it's at Christmas.
Yeah,
the rest of it isn't, but we like to watch it at Christmas anyway. It's like I have a list of my favorite movies to watch at Christmas every year. I actually keep it on an old laptop, and that's definitely in there.
Yeah, you talk about Christmas Vacation, it's a dysfunctional family. This is an entirely dysfunctional community.
Yeah.
They're just totally out of control. But it's fabulous, just fabulous.
I also like A Christmas Story and It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Other
ones I like, well, I grew up with Animal House, and most of mine are comedies that I like. Animal House, Blues Brothers. I've got a few that are obscure. It's 1941. I believe it was Steven Spielberg's very first film. It was about the chaos that ensued, that they thought that the Japanese were going to attack the mainland, and it's got Dan Aykroyd and just an absolute. But John Belushi's in it, plays a crazy pilot, but it's just got an all-star cast, and it gets passed by a lot. But man, that's an absolute great movie. Another one. This is really Humphrey Bogart movie. It's called Sahara, and it is about a tank commander, and they get they're looking for
Turn the fan on.
water in the Sahara Desert during, I believe it was, it's been so long. I think it was World War One. Might be, no, maybe it had to be World War Two. But just the Germans tried to capture them, but it's just super interesting. Great classic black and white movie.
Well, I had a hard time thinking because my taste is kind of. I had a lot of movies I used to like to watch a lot, like How to Lose a Guy in 13 Days. I can't remember how many days now.
40 days?
30 days. It's How to Lose a Guy in 30 days.
30 days.
And gosh, I can't remember. Dirty Dancing. I used to really like that movie. Is that what that was called? Don't Put Baby in a Corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. See, it's been a long time. Big. I used to really like that movie. I could probably still watch that a lot. But most recently, I watched the movie, and I've mentioned it on the channel before, The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne, which is about an illustrator who he illustrated cats. He really liked cats, and if you look him up, you'll probably recognize his artwork. All right, we were interrupted by the dogs, which we thought there was a raccoon, but you didn't see a raccoon, right?
I didn't see one.
I think the dogs were
They're just jumpy.
they were hoping they saw a raccoon. But The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne, I believe, and he was very eccentric on the show. He had pretty much a dysfunctional family. I think they were at one point rich. They had a lot of money. I can't think of what the title was that they were called.
Well, and he got to where he was very wealthy too because of his paintings.
Right. But he was always plagued by his emotional problems. And in the end, well, they never said it in the movie, but I always had a feeling that he was on the autistic spectrum. And I did look that up a while back because I saw the book and was curious. And it did say that there was a doctor that diagnosed him with autism, but it was when he was at an older age. I don't know how old he was, probably in his 70s or 80s when he was finally diagnosed. But that is a really good movie. I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it for you, but I would definitely recommend you watch that because it's just not like anything else that you're going to find. It's very unique, and I felt like I really connected with it. Not a movie, but a show that we watched that I really liked was Midnight Mass, which was about vampires, which is funny because I never wanted to watch anything about vampires or zombies. Joe always liked that, and my sister liked that, but I did watch that, and then I kind of got hooked on watching those kind of shows, funny enough, after all these years. Do you have anything else to add about that?
Nope.
Okay, well, let's move on.
I didn't know we were doing TV shows. So.
Well, I just brought that one up because
it
popped into my mind, and I'm like, well, that's not a movie. That's not a movie, but it seemed like a movie to me because it was just like a limited series. Someone today, I got an email from a nice young man who has, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, DiGeorge syndrome. It's DiGeorge. And he asked me if I would mention that on the channel and see if anyone else who's watching has that syndrome also. I did look it up so I could find out a little bit about it. It says the disorder is caused when part of the chromosome 22 is missing, and it can, some of the symptoms can include heart defects, poor immune system function, a cleft palate, low levels of calcium in the blood, which causes some health issues, developmental issues.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I hadn't either. Delayed development, behavioral and emotional problems. There are also some facial features that are unique to DiGeorge syndrome. And they often have frequent infections. So just leave us a comment if you have that or know someone else who has DiGeorge syndrome. So one last thing I got of this question: do we think that there will ever be a cure for autism, whether it's in a year or 1,000 years? And I don't ever really think about a cure for autism because I guess it's not important to me, I guess. For us, like, I don't feel like I need for Craig to be cured. Craig is Craig, and that's all we've ever known, and we love him and enjoy him.
I think the younger a child is, the more you hope and pray for
right.
a cure.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're in for, honestly. Like,
yeah,
it's the uncertainty of the future. That's what it was for me, anyway. I don't know. I guess I don't see how they could find a cure for it unless it's caused by something other than genetics. Because I think that it probably has something to do with genetics, or the pairing of two people's genetics. Because I hear from a lot of people that have more than one child with autism, or there's more than one child in like an extended family that has autism. So if it's genetic, I don't know how you cure that. There are treatments that can help people to either mask the symptoms or deal better with their symptoms. I remember when we first began our journey into autism, the Lavaz method was very popular back then, and there was a lot of talk about it, and I went to a symposium and they talked a lot about it there, and they said that they could cure autism with the Lavaz method, which I think is pretty much, is it like ABA treatment? We didn't have any ABA therapy with Craig, but there were some people that did what was called discrete trial training, where they worked on the same thing over and over again. I never knew how I felt about that. Back when Craig was little, the way you did ABA was the people came into your house for 40 hours a week. And that seemed very overwhelming to me to think about. And also it was very, very expensive. And a lot of people were suing the school systems to have them pay for the Lavaz treatment, saying that that was the only way that their child could have a fair education. And people won that. We chose not to pursue that. That's really the only thing I've heard of coming near to what they would say curing autism. I don't know. What do you think?
It's hard to say. You can't say that it won't be cured. It's the craziest thing to think about, that man could fly. But now we look at it as how silly that was, that they thought back then that was impossible. They thought the earth was flat. Some people still do. But there's a lot of things. The Black Death, and how many thousands upon thousands of people, some of those early diseases, took lives, and they didn't think that was ever going to be taken care of. Some things that we think we have taken care of can pop back up. Like they just had stories about leprosy showing up in the United States, which is just media bull, because leprosy has been around in different areas, and it pops up just a little bit at a time. And look it up. Number one cause of leprosy is handling armadillos. Isn't that the craziest thing you ever heard of? But that's what it is. But they don't, the tag on that, when you see that on TV and everything, that's not what they say. They just say leprosy.
On the rise. It says it's on the rise.
On the rise. Well, it's on the rise of one more case a year.
Right.
Happened. But anyway, I digress on that. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that we we think we can't take care of that we do take care of. There's stuff that we thought we took care of that we haven't completely eradicated. Even though we're a small planet in a big universe, it seems very large to us. And to take care of any disease and everything, there's so much of this world on an individual basis that we just can't think that we're going to cover every base. Malaria, you'll never get rid of malaria because there's so many areas with mosquitoes. You just, as a person from this century, that's what I say. Next century, they'll be laughing. Remember that Joe talked about that you couldn't get rid of malaria? It can be like that. But the big kicker is until you know 100% what causes autism, you can't even think about curing it. Mm-hmm. You have to treat it. Treat it to the best of your ability. Mm-hmm. And you start that with loving your child. If you can't love your kid for what your kid is, then you start reaching out for some crazy things. And remember, you don't know where your child's going. We didn't know where Craig was going. Mm-hmm. And you have to just be thankful for where you're sitting right now, and be thankful for what your future holds, because that future holds your kid.
One day at a time.
Yeah. That's
how I got through it back then. Just Craig was Craig. We loved him, and that's how we did it.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm not saying that I'd be against a cure because there are those who probably need it more than we do.
Well, there'll probably be, if there ever is,
levels.
I always think if there ever is, because I've thought about it, would Craig even be any better right now as a 30-year-old person trying to, let's say he's cured tomorrow, well,
what difference is that going to make?
What difference does it make in his life? I mean, he'd have to figure out, what he wants to do with his life and everything. And I don't know if that would free Craig. That actually might burden him more than just going about his life. Because, wow, you free Craig and then all of a sudden he's pretty much happy every day. And, I mean, look around
this. Well, then he'd have all the burdens that the rest of us have.
Yeah, look around this horrible world and all the things that we have to put up with and endure. If those things just kind of shoot over your head, maybe they're the ones that got it right. They're the ones that are better off than us.
I've thought of that.
They don't have that stuff they have to think about.
I used to think about that when the kids were in school because, having a girl, there's always a lot of girl drama and worrying about who likes you and who doesn't like you. And Craig never had that. And I always thought, what a blessing for Craig and us, because I didn't have to see him go through that or worry about that, and he didn't ever have those feelings. But the funny thing is, I remember this one night, Stephanie and Craig and I were in the car, and I was telling Stephanie, we were talking about something along those lines, and I said, that's the great thing about Craig's. He doesn't worry about if he has any friends or who he's friends with. And Craig piped up, I have friends. Stephanie and Miss Mundy are my friends. And Miss Mundy was his associate at the time, which he really loved Miss Mundy.
Oh, yeah.
But I have often thought that Craig has a lot of blessings that most people don't see because they can't see past the stems and the meltdowns and the things that they consider negative. But we are off the subject.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear other people's opinions.
Yep.
But we should wrap this up now. I didn't get a lot done with Craig today because I had a headache for most of the day. But I do have some footage I'm going to put in from when Craig and I went to West Des Moines the other day and went to World Market. We did a fun video there, and we also stopped at Marshall's. So I'll put those in the video today, and Craig and I will still do our question time and story time. So with that, we'll go on to the rest of the video, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Peace.
And we're so close to World Market and Marshall's, of course. We have to stop in and check these stores out. They're some of our favorites. Craig loves World Market. I wonder if they got any more toys back. Last time there were no toys. Looks like we have fall things out. And they're really pretty. I kind of like this wreath a lot. And it is $39.99. How much fun is that? I like these. They must light up or something because they have a switch on the bottom. Lots of fall items here. I like this basket a lot. And it is $89.99. But I really do like it. That would be an awesome blanket basket. Seeing these cookies in the World Showcase in Epcot. Oh, the pumpkin spice is here in full force. Oh, Joe would like these maple rolls. He really likes maple. See how much they are. Looks like they're $5. I may have to get those for him. Pumpkin spice. Well, these just say pumpkin, so I don't know if they're pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. No. Pumpkin pie. Maple fudge. Mushroom. Decor. These little coasters are cute, aren't they? And this pot with a lid. I also came in here to check out their furniture to see if I would like anything for our sunroom. I think that's too big, but that would be cool. We really need something smaller. You have a big assortment of the Cadbury things like someone sent us. I've never seen these Oreo melts. The crunchy rocks. Those sound good. Very interesting. I like this one. This is really good. Reminds me of Chunkies. All of these things to make pizza. I think Craig and I will buy some things to make pizza. Craig wants to use the ultra thin crust. And then they have this pepperoni here. And we'll try this. Let's see. I'm not sure what to use for the sauce. Oh, wait. Here's pizza sauce. We will use this. We'll have to get us some mozzarella somewhere else. I think this will be fun. I don't think Craig is going to want that on his pizza. I love green olives, but not Craig or Joe. What's this? Anchovy fillets. I don't know, I'd kind of like to try one deep dish, so I think I'm going to get this too. I don't know, will I need more than one thing of sauce? We'll take it just in case. We need to get these for a taste test with Livy because she loves her taste tests, and this looks like something she would like. What do you think, Craig?
Yeah.
You do that with Livy?
Yep.
Okay. There's beignet mix, bread pudding, pralines, tons of different mixes we could try. Banana macadamia pancakes.
You know?
What was it we saw over here the last time you saw something? You pointed out to me. Was it this?
The Milka.
I'm not sure.
No, it was the Vegemite.
Yeah, we did get the Vegemite. You liked it. Well, someone sent us the Vegemite. They have all kinds of stroopwafels. The first time we tried stroopwafels, Craig, do you remember the first time we tried stroopwafels?
Yeah.
Where was it?
In the airport, the airplane.
Yeah, they were giving them out as airplane snacks, and that's the very first time we ever had them. And then you couldn't find them anywhere then. Now you find them everywhere. I think I might like the minis. They'd be easier to eat. Ooh, that sounds good. With orange jelly. Or with that one, with raspberry. Big gummy eyeballs. Oh, a Planet Earth gummy. So many gummies. Bonbons. I think maybe we'll add these to our taste test too. I wanted to do the eyeball gummies, but they were $6 for that little pack. And that didn't seem right. These are from Germany. They look like they could be good. Second thought, I think we'll do these. What if I get Craig to try these?
We don't have it.
I probably could. They look interesting. There's so many things to choose from here. They just have everything from everywhere. It's so much fun to come here. I wonder if anyone's had these, tell me what they taste like. They look interesting.
Hitch.
These little outdoor pizza ovens. That is fun. $400. We must smell cider and clove. That sounds so good. It does smell really good. And it's $8.99.
Hey.
For a small one. The big one's probably $15.99. It's about like Bath and Body Works. Craig, tell me what you think of this candle.
Wow, it smells good.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And it's pretty too. Right? So Craig, he's in a really good mood after the dentist, and he's even okay with going to Marshall's after spending all that time in World Market. And Michael's is in West Des Moines. I'm seeing a lot of Hello Kitty stuff here lately, and I like this Winnie the Pooh mug. That's really cute. I like to buy whatever I can at Marshall's because look at this. I can't get it out. It says, if you've got it, haunt it. That's cute. Oh, there's another Hello Kitty. Cute dish towels. I like this. That's pretty thin though. They always have fun dish towels here. Cute dish scrubbies. Soap savers. That's a great idea. We need to get a soap dish to put Joe's bourbon soap in. But I might get these. You know, you have to find things to make cleaning more fun.
The people are coming.
These might be good for taking the hair. I mean, you know, the stuff that's on corn, the silks. I wonder if these would help, because sometimes that's hard to get out. Lots of furniture right now, I feel like. Is this furniture buying season? They've had these like a lot of different times. And what I do see is some Halloween. Yeah, that big. Might be the same stuff I saw in the other one near our house. Some cute things. Look at the television. I bet it does something. Oh. Oh my goodness, it pops out. It's like 3D. Things. And this is $39.99. That's fun. How it actually comes out at you. Looks like there's a little Halloween tree up there. Some spell bottles or potion bottles. What do you have, Craig?
Deadly Nightshade.
Oh, look at the skeleton picture. It's 3D. Does this guy do anything? Looks like he's supposed to. I don't know how you activate him. Does his legs move? Cute. What do you think of that, Craig?
It's funny.
Which do you like better, the skeleton or that TV over there?
The TV.
Yeah, the TV is just so unique. Craig has, what is yours like this? You have
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Craig has Nightmare Before Christmas. Like this I got him last year. That ghost up there is actually a lot like the one I got at Dollar Tree, only it's bigger. Of course, pillows. I'm guessing they're going to be about $25. Let's see, $24.99. You can tell I shop at Marshall's a lot. Look at the Jack Skeleton. I like the one with Jack and Sally. Here, I'm gonna zoom in. That's really cute. I mean, that's really spooky. But I think that one is my favorite, the Raven. Craig, which one of these pillows do you like the best?
The Raven.
Yeah, I like that. And it's actually soft too. Like, I feel like you could sleep with this.
Scary looking, man.
This is cute. It would be cute in like a Mickey or Minnie themed room. He wants a giant bathroom rug. So when he gets out of the shower, his feet don't have to touch the tile floor. I wonder if I could just put two of these together because I've never seen a giant bathroom rug before. I like these. They're very soft. And a soap dish for the bourbon soap, which is $5.99. These are each $16.99. Just in case you're curious.
The purple line.
What does it smell like?
It smells like grape or something.
What's that smell like?
Mm-hmm. And now it's time for some questions.
Okay. Do you like Legos?
Yeah, back in my days, I used to play Legos.
How about the Lego movies?
Yeah, I watched the Lego movies too.
Which ones have you went to see?
The first one.
Was it Batman?
No,
No.
the first one.
Oh, the first Lego movie?
Yep.
Do you watch movies every day?
Yeah, sort of.
What movies have you watched today?
Disneyland around across the seasons.
I often see you watching some of the older Disney movies when I'm in here at night. Okay, and since we didn't have many questions today, I thought Craig could do a movie review. And what movie have you picked, Craig?
Shrek.
Okay, can you give us a movie review?
So let me get one thing. It's about an ogre named Shrek who rescues the feisty, cursed Princess Fiona with the help of a talkative donkey as they encounter everything from fairy tale figures to royal in-laws. I say it has the voice actors Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and John Lithgow.
What's your favorite line from the movie?
What are you doing in my swamp?
Who's your favorite character?
Puss in Boots. I give the movie 2 thumbs up. This book is called Harry and the Terrible Wasset. I knew there was something terrible down the cellar. I just knew because the cellar was dark and damp and it smelled. Don't go down there, I told my mother. Why? She asked. There is something terrible down there. I had to go down in the cellar, she said. We need a jar of pickles. She never believes me. I waited and waited and waited at the cellar door. She never came back up. Someone had to do something, so I took a broom and went down the cellar steps. It was very black and gloomy, and it smelled. I knew there was something there. I called out, "What did you do with my mother?" Then I saw it. A double-headed, three-clawed, six-toed, longhorn Watson. It was hiding behind the furnace. "Where is my mother?" I asked it. "The last time I saw your mother," the Wasset said, "she was over by the pickle jars, runt." I was sure the Wasset was lying. "What did you do with her?" I shouted, and I gave it with a swat with the broom. Wham! That made the Wasset really mad, and it came after me. I swung the broom again. Wham! The Wasset didn't like it at all. It climbed up the washer and I hit it right where it sits down. I noticed the Wasset was getting smaller, and when I pulled its tail, it got even smaller. Now the Wasset was down to my side. "Okay, you better tell me what you did with my mother," I said, "or else." "Kid, you're crazy," the Wasset answered. One of the heads made a face at me. Just for that, I twisted a nose, and the Wasset shrank some more. "Why are you getting so small?" I asked. "Because you aren't afraid of me any more," the Wasset said. "That always happens just when I'm beginning to feel at home in a closet or a cellar." The Wasset looked very sad. The Wasset got smaller and smaller and smaller. Just when it was about the size of a peanut, I called out, "Try Sheldon Parker's cellar next door. He's afraid of everything." "Thanks," I heard said. Then the Wasset was gone. The Wasset disappeared before he could tell me what it had done to my mother. I looked in the washer. She was not in here. I looked behind some boxes. My mother was not here either. I looked inside the wood bin. No mother there. I was very worried. Then I found her glasses beside the pickle jar. But what happened to the rest of her? I was searching for more clues when I discovered the back cellar door was open. I looked outside, and there in the bright sunlight was my mother picking flowers. Boy, I was glad to see her. "I found your glasses in the cellar," I said. "Thank you, Harry," she said. "But I thought you were afraid of the cellar." "Not anymore," I answered. "The terrible Wasset is gone. I chased away with the broom." "Well," she said, "I never saw a Wasset down there." She never believes me. I helped her carry the pickles into the kitchen when she gave me some milk and cookies. "You know what, Harry?" my mother said. Will never worry about a Wasset as long as you are around." Maybe she did believe me. Later, I heard an awful yell coming from the house next door. Albert Sheldon looked in the cellar. The end. And this is Craig E. Evers saying, keep on having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.